So, Mark, I believe we're live now, but not in the scheduled stream. So I'm just going to let people know.
Okay.
We're on a different link, and I'll send it in. So people watching, you've missed out on a great chat. We thought we were streaming, and we weren't. So sorry, everyone that is watching in the future, catching this up. I'm just going into the stream chat with the people that are trying to watch the stream we were doing and give them the link for the new one. Yeah, I can see this one's working. That's weird. Right. Oh, wait, let me leave a comment now. Oh. I'll try one more time. Yeah, people watching the future are going to basically have a, I've said this before, early lockdown Zoom call experience of us all going, what the hell is going on?
We were having such a great discussion too.
The funny thing was, part of the discussion was about my problems of doing live streams.
Yeah.
Right, I've gone into the chat of the stream that people thought we were in and told them we're over here. And Todd's here. Hey, Todd.
Hey,
Todd, I'll tell you what's up. He said, what's up, my dudes? What's up is we started a live stream. For some reason, it didn't work. So we were streaming, who knows where to, and the people in the live stream chat were interacting with us, but they weren't seeing or hearing us. So when I tried to reset it, it started up all over again. So hopefully those people come and join us here. Ironically, one of the things I was talking about was doing live streaming. I've been doing some recently and how it hasn't been working very well. Yes, hey Barry, hello. We did do a shout out to you like 20 minutes ago when we did the actual live stream, but who knows where that went. I was, maybe it's because I was complaining about my issues with YouTube and they knew they could hear me. That's why we went on here. Mark, what do we do? Do we keep secret what we were talking about, your new relic project and what I was doing? Oh, now you're on mute, Mark.
Okay, there you go. All right, so we started off talking about relicing, but you were showing us your tuners, and I think you should show that on camera again because they look really cool.
So I'm going to do a quick summary. So I was talking about these. So I've been relicing for a while, and I've got some videos on how to relic stuff. And I've been relicing tuners like this that are chrome, and I've got a new process for doing it, which is essentially like my old process where I use ferric chloride on it. But instead of scuffing up all the chrome first, I've done loads of tests, and what I've discovered is some companies have chrome which responds really well, really quickly to the ferric chloride, and some people have ones that don't. So actually this, which I'm really happy with how it looks, like really old and battered, that one took a couple of hours of being submerged in ferric chloride, whereas this took a couple of minutes. So totally different. Yeah, it's definitely like COVID, Barry. So what I was saying was my new process, instead of making a video for it, because the videos I make when I'm demonstrating things, I do lots of close-ups and lots of funny angles, and some of them take me 4 or 5 days of 8 hours a day editing to put them all together to get it all right. So what I thought I'd do is just do some live streams where I demo it, but I've been having issues with my live stream, so I'm going to have to do it again. I was saying all this in a live stream that didn't work. So, yeah, not really of it all.
So like considering like vintage guitars, right? There's a lot of vintage guitars that use nickel hardware, and nickel ages very well just on its own.
Yeah.
And I think when we see vintage guitars with these kind of not relic hardware, but like natural worn patinas, It's because of the material. And as soon as they started switching over to chrome, it's really difficult for us to achieve that type of patina.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what we're doing as relic artists. We're just trying to achieve a nickel look on chrome, which is almost impossible.
Relic artists. I love that description. Yeah, I mean, we should just buy nickel, right? And,
Yeah.
and the ferric chloride works well on nickel. But one of the reasons I did this is I'm working on this guitar. So it's a Hagstrom guitar that's been stripped, and I've let me just click on it. The light's shine on it funny, but I've restained it. I'm just working on making this sort of faux binding of revealing the wood underneath. So it needs a bit of work because it's not quite straight yet. But the color on this, so it was a Hagstrom, and the owner wanted to stick to the original hardware, but he didn't like the hardware. He wanted it relicked. And when we relicked it, we noticed that the kind of color that comes, I think it's really hard to see on this camera.
No,
the color that comes off matches the color of the stain we've gone for. So it looks really good together. So it's not about trying to get a realistic, cool thing. It's about trying to get something that looks good. That's what we're after. Yeah. Sorry to anyone that's still in the other stream. Neil's on his own talking about sausages. Wow, brilliant. Hey, well, like I always say, so if you're new here and you've managed to stick around this long during this episode, thank you. But I always say, hey, Neil, you're there. I just like this as a chance to chat and interact with the people in the chat about guitars and about building. So, it should be like not like a Zoom call during COVID, but like a chat at the pub, really. There you go.
That was great.
I'm really happy with how this came out. Again, I think it's hard to see on here, but what he did is he dropped off another guitar to try and match the finish to. And this has had quite a few stains. So I stained it in a light red first to warm the tone up. And then, didn't stain it red first. Stained it black first and sand back the black. So the black went into the grain to really highlight the grain. Then a warm red. Then I put, it's called honey brown on it. And then a bit more red. And then an orange tint over the top. And it really matches the other one. But I think it looks great. But in between every bit, I was hand sanding some of the grains. So just to sort of highlight the grain shape. Because one of the funny things about this is it was a white guitar, I think, originally. And him and his dad stripped it. And when they did it with power tools. And as a result, it's not got a very smooth surface. And he asked me not to sand it all flat again, but to leave that kind of slightly contoured surface on it. So that's allowed me to sort of highlight some of the grain and not worry about it being totally flat, which I could get away with if I was then clear coating it, because I could sand the clear coat back. But we're just going to put an oil stain on it, so it would still have this sort of slightly textured surface. It's got a bit of history to it, which I quite like.
It's a cool guitar.
Yeah, he's Swedish, so he wanted a Hagstrom. I thought it was. Yeah, and then so what we were also talking about is Mark's working on a project soon with Relicking guitar, and I can't remember if we just mentioned it again here or not.
Yeah, well, we're talking about checking, and I was saying how I want an authentic looking checking, but I don't like the way the canned air checking looks. It just looks a little unnatural. I want lines that are I want lines that are perpendicular to the center line, like in naturally checked guitars. And so I also mentioned I really like it when people put their guitars in freezers. I don't have a freezer large enough for that because this is a Gibson SG, so it's the neck and the body. I can't fit that in a freezer. So what I'm going to do is wait till it freezes in Texas, and I'm going to leave my guitar outside. So once it hits like 20 degrees, that's Fahrenheit, I'm just going to throw it outside and see what happens. And then I can easily bring it back into the house to get that sort of like quick temperature change if I needed it.
I love it. It's like it's like part 2 of your leaving your Telecaster outside for a year.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, Mark made a video where he did that and revisited a Telecaster that's been just literally left outside on its own devices for a year, and you sort of like forensic scienced into it to see what happened.
Yeah, there was an ant colony living in it. Beetles, all sorts of insects. The insects loved it.
Nice. Yeah, I feel totally discombobulated by that weird live stream now. But again, thank you everyone for being here. The thing we were talking about off air before that even started was cars, and I kind of want to go back to that because I don't know why that's not on my mind. But we were just talking about the fact that I always find it odd that people don't, like, we pimp our guitars, even just, but why don't people pimp their cars, basically?
I told Daniel, I think about it all the time. I'm like, I totally want to customize I have an old car, so it's perfectly fine for me to like do whatever I want with it. And I always think about like Mad Max, and I love all the cars in the Mad Max universe. And like, I want to do that to my car, like take panels off, put like steel rivets, like fake machine guns and like flamethrowers. Like, I would love to do that.
Neil said he used to. I'm going to ask him what he did. I do follow a couple of people on Instagram that do crazy spray jobs on guitars, but they're super expensive, top end. They're incredible. But like every day, we just get like an old car. Some old cars just look a bit shit. They've been bashed in around the sides. They have mismatched panels. Just go at it with a spray can. I think I'd quite like to just go out with some Posca pens and draw on them. But oh, Neil did the usual UK stuff. Yeah, so I don't mean pimp them like people do, where they put the lights underneath and change the suspensions. I mean, like, paint it, like do a Randy Rhodes on it or something like that. I mean, yeah, I don't think I would get away with that for school drop off. I don't think that I would go down well if I turned up with that. The shame I would put on my children.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but can you imagine a relict car? That would be weird. Like I get so many comments. It's happening again at the moment with people on my relic videos talking about relic is fake because it's stolen valor is the main thing that Americans like to say, but it's fake because it's not the natural wear of someone that had a guitar that they've been playing live for 50 years and touring the world with. Most people don't play a guitar 50 years and tour the world. They want that look, and I don't feel that's a problem. But who wants the look of a relict car? Yeah, that even, unless you're going the Mad Max route.
Exactly. Right.
Oh, look, there we go. The fairy tale sort of pick on the bonnet. Nice. Yeah, there was one we used to pass down the road that had a decal on the side that was Beauty and the Beast, which was quite cool. Right.
So the author that wrote the novel Ready Player One, there was a movie based on it, lives in town. He drives a DeLorean, and he tricked out his DeLorean to look exactly like the one from Back to the Future. So it's got the whole thing, I mean, everything, right? It's Back to the Future DeLorean. And he drives it around town all the time. But he got a second DeLorean. He's got two. And he tricked it out. So it's now the Mandalorian. So it's like a Star Wars kind of like DeLorean. So yeah, I mean, people do it all the time, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, I made a relic guitar for someone that was based on a I'm not sure what it's called in America, like a rally car stuff. So it was like a beaten up car that had this cool paint job on it, but it was all rusted and it was covered in stickers of its supporters, and it was used for doing that kind of racing where you're going around tracks and basically bumping into each other. Is that rally car? So I don't know, whatever. It's not my thing, but it worked really well as a relic guitar. So maybe that's what a relic car looks like. God, can you tell that it's late in the day here? I was saying to Mark, I've been doing a lot of sanding of white poly, and it's all over my hair and over my face, and I had my mask on, and maybe I'm getting a bit high on it. one of my friends is a firefighter, and they're not allowed to have beards because when you wear the masks, any beard's going to let fumes through. I've been thinking more and more about that when I'm spraying, and how many luthiers seem to have big beards. Do we all wear masks that are inefficient because of it?
100% they're inefficient. I can smell the nitro. Even with my respirator on, I can smell the nitro.
Yeah, I think the way forward is we've had Mark on from Hilditch Guitars when we used to interview people, and he's got a suit that he wears with its own respirator that comes into it. So it's all like enclosed, so big like helmet that covers. It's not a face plate that clips on, it's in part of the suit, like a biohazard sort of thing. That's probably the best way to do it. And then you're all in a suit with gloves on and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's the safest way to do it.
Yeah, I still, in the summer, I've still got my t-shirt on. With I try and cover my arms up though, but it's too hot. I don't know. I clearly don't care about my health. Yeah, grew a beard to be a more authentic luthier. Hey, look, so let's get back onto guitars. I was going to talk about a guitar that I saw on YouTube. I'm just going to share it with you while I chat. It was on a channel called Every Guitar. Where is it? Every Guitar Has a Story. And what's great about the Every Guitar Has a Story channel is each episode seems to be an interview with either the owner or the builder of a guitar. So you have a bit of the history of where the guitar came from and the connection between the person who's talking about it and the guitar itself. But this one, I'm afraid I haven't done a huge amount of research on it to sort of add to this. It's, oh, what's gone wrong? It's, sorry, my screen's going funny. There we go. It's a guitar that is made by a luthier that used to work in the airline industry. So it's really highly engineered. And what you can't really see at this point is it's got some rails going up in the middle. So everything's connected to the metal rails that go in the middle, and everything is adjustable. So on the rail, you can move the bridge backwards and forwards. You can move the pickups backwards and forwards, and the side bits, they all pivot on the rails as well. So they can be flat like this is, or they can angle backwards or forwards. But they don't really demonstrate it because to do all that, you need Allen keys to make the adjustments on the back.
Oh, so the rails are tubes.
Yes. Can you see it going through the middle there, the tube?
Mm-hmm.
So everything can slide backwards and forwards on it. And it looks like each pickup's got its own little on-off switch as well there.
Interesting.
And the yellow bits on the top are wood. And there are other colour woods that you can bolt this off. So unscrew this and bolt them on as well.
Do they have a shot of the back of the guitar?
Let's see. There is one of the back. One. Here it is. So you can see how the side bits pivot around these tubes. So you can loosen the Allen key and adjust the angle of it. I found it fascinating. It reminded me a bit of the metal guitar that you made a video of recently, Mark.
Yeah.
With the bolt-on neck.
I mean, this is way different. I like the rails a lot.
So this